Pillars of Eternity continues. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity.
As you wish.
We are outside Durgan's Battery, which is this looming fortress to my west.
That crate smells like fish.
Whoa! Battle has commenced.
I'll let Margaret fire. Still alive? So much. No prisoners!
That's not very helpful.
Mom Dog Love, wipe the floor with that bitch.
It's no use. I need something stronger. Frero, Ceres, vi aces vox converano.
That's it! Well,
They got great defense, those greater ice blades. Lance that fishy, never mind. Got one over here now. Tricky fishy. Fuck that tricky fishy up. Alright, we already went that cave. And got the white Adra jewels.
Of course.
We haven't returned to her yet, though. Ooh, oh. Hell yeah.
Some chicken.
Good haul. Ring of Unshackling. Not that great.
I shall be discreet. As you wish. Yes? I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
The work of a master thief wizard. Shit! You unlocked it, but you didn't check it for traps. You got me. Ooh, Spelltongue, unique rapier, one-handed. Spelltongue was first forged in the Rautai as a dueling weapon, and it has changed hands dozens of times since then. Its fork tip, undulating blade, and blue coloration make it a quick favorite among novices whose confidence often outpaces their skill. It was most recently won by Matapa, a young woman from one of the wealthy Amua families in Tongira. With the blade in hand, she declared to her parents that she would take Spelltongue and seek fortune in Takoa as a duelist. Her parents attempted to dissuade her, but her resolve became clear, and they eventually offered their reluctant congratulations and threw a great fucking feast in her honor. After Matapa had drunk her fill of wine and gorged herself on buttered lobster and sea snails and cream, her mother challenged her to a duel. Matapa laughed, but her mother promised her that if she won, she would receive half of her family's fortune the next morning. If she lost, she would surrender Spelltongue without complaint. Matapa regarded her mother, a petite woman by Almoa standards, with little combat experience. She accepted and the duel began. Matapa brandishing Spelltongue and her mother armed with a wooden practice sword. Matapa's mother was nimble, and Matapa's thrust and repose was quick but sloppy. Her mother led her around the feast table and into the darkened courtyard where Matapa tripped. Following, Matapa ran Spelltongue through her mother's thigh, even as an older woman held her wounded sword to the younger woman's neck. The onlookers declared the duel a tie, and Matapa received her inheritance at the cost of her prized sword. Matapa's parents quietly sold the blade to a merchant bound for Deerwood, and Matapa, sobered by her loss, abandoned her ambitions as a duelist and instead became a successful playwright. That is the interesting story behind Spelltongue. Steals 5% duration from each beneficial effect of a target. Steal 30% of attack speed. That's interesting. And bracers of deflection, plus 9 deflection. Those seem legit. I'll put them over here for now. I'll hang on to those. I don't know who's actually going to need them. I kind of like having my spell damage on my mage. Plus 1 dex, minus 10 armor speed. Helps me cast faster. Eder. Ooh. Plus 5 damage reduction, plus 3 damage reduction bypass, and plus 5% of missiles are converted to grazes. Those are all good. I'd say definitely replace the 0.1 to crit damage multiplier and give Durrance some deflection. I think that is the best upgrade for the party.
Yes.
Alright, well, I think we're getting close to being able to actually go into the fortress here. Well, maybe not.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
The ghost of Durgan's battery.
Keeping an eye out.
That caravan must have had a half-ton of steel. Coinmaster Zoltan's finally getting his way.
For now, the other commandants will have his head.
Only if they don't tear each other to pieces first. I heard Maroon and Exandru.
Last thing I want is to get on Maroon's bad side.
Fine, just say the words then. I'm getting hoarse.
Some secrecy. Maroon and Exandru.
Nice and quiet. Maybe they had one really tall dwarf who needed a door this big.
It's possible, Letter. Not fucking likely. Whoa. I don't want to go there yet. I need to make sure I'm good on my mappy map here. I know it's apostrophe S. Shut your damn mouth. Come on, guys. Alright, we already got the... Should be the Nenagos
How may I help?
black pages, but where the hell are they? Did not see them under quest items. Got our tattered map. Oh, we have some heads to turn in. Just making sure we got everything before we head inside. Oh, never mind. That's right. That was the guy that had all the special awesome spells. Alright. Was just looking at the wiki for this area and I was like, wait a minute, did I get that thing? I need to throw some of them spells in here, actually. Like the Shadow Flame. Named for the eccentric Adirian Wisdom Tane, the Catacore bounces between a number of enemies, dealing damage and inflicting a variety of negative afflictions, including petrified. Oh yeah, those are awesome. Oh, that's right, we got slots here. We'll try that as opposed to Blast of Frost. Fireball. Crackling Bolt, not a huge fan of that, actually. Repulsive Visage is pretty badass. Death Ring. All right, now back to this fascinating door. Though the wind and ice have pried long, jagged cracks in the walls, the doors feel solid and as cold as a glacier. Gilded panels are arranged in columns along the doors, though most depict scenes from daily life. Dwarves chiseling at tunnel walls, hauling mine carts, or feasting at long tables. One pane at eye level catches your attention. Its relief showing a crenulated wall, and above it, an indentation in the shape of an anvil. Hammers of Durgan, ring loud, made the anvil's deep music resound. Distantly you hear the melodic chime of metal on metal in the low chorus of work song. Oh shit, this is... I didn't study my homework. As you do, a single ringing tone whistles through the air. Your hand buzzes and vibrates like struck metal. When you look back at the relief, the panels on either side of the wall and anvil have come alive. Ogres and warriors of all races gather for battle, their shape and silhouettes formed by flaring, world heat patterns. The tiny figures move and dance, animated by the flicker and blaze of an unseen fire. Walls of battery safeguard our works from marauder and wilder alike. You hear a heavy thud of some kind of mechanism loosening from behind the plaque. We'll push the crenulated wall relief. It slides easy with the slightest pressure from your fingers. You guide it up and over the anvil relief where it clicks into place. Beneath it is a deep cavity. It's shaped like a dragon's gaping jaws. Abaddon's faithful travail by the forge and the fires that brighten the ore. Warm air gust from the open mouth, tingling your cold, numb face. We'll examine it. The heat billowing from the mouth prevents you from getting too close, but the rim of the cavity, you see tiny teeth surrounding it, are blackened with soot. You accidentally inhale some of the vapor. It's odorless, but it leaves you lightheaded. You also notice that The dragon's tongue is a fire striker. It's hinged and attached to the chunk of flint. We will press the dragon's tongue to light a fire in the mouth. Fire catches the warm vapor with a billowing whoosh. The dragon's eyes are alight, and the flames lick the edges of its mouth. A few seconds later, the panel is sliding away from you, and two enormous doors swing open into a grand hall.
Yes.
You sense the presence of one of the other pieces of Godrod's helm.
As you wish.
Whole place feels like it doesn't want us here. Like a farmer with a good-looking daughter.
Average adventure completed. Devil of Karok returns to the stronghold with 908 experience and items. Spoils await in the Grand Hall Treasury. Whoa. Check it.
We earned this. Durgan's steel has lined our halls in gold. Your vanity dishonors Abidan and cheapens us all.
These weapons are ours. Or have you two forgotten how to hold a sword?
This what it feels like to be a watcher? I think I'd be going crazy too.
Of course.
You know, Durance, just because you follow the goddess of fire doesn't mean you need to literally consume everything you come across.
The fire is a favor I grant to those I meet. It makes them stronger, or it ends them mercifully if not.
The remaining unemptied beer steins of the Deerwood quake in fear.
The upper section of the side of the tower has crumbled, blocking access within. Minor gauntlets of accuracy. Up on the ramparts.
What do you suppose?
Hell.
Suppose that bally thing is?
We got some levels in the house, folks. We got some levels.
The work of a moment.
Damn you both! My generation built this keep to honor Abidan, not to further your greed and ambition.
We're Pergrunin. Our forefathers explored and conquered, but you've stuck us in this frigid hall.
Paved with gold and marble! I won't allow us to abandon our legacy for your delusions!
No, you'll peddle it away to line your pockets. How much have you made selling our steel, Zoltan?
Again with your lies. You think I don't hear you turning the others against me? These walls echo, and... Enough! I'll send the Forge Guardians on both of you if that's what it takes.
The dwarves are bickering a lot.
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
Hey, yo. Boots of stability. Boo. Tss. Hey, yo. What do we have here? Vessels? Yes. Some kind of skeletons.
What?
Aye?
That'll do it. That'll piss him off.
If it makes you rest easier. No! That's it!
It's no use.
So much for you.
Here's the current accounting of this month's production. 20 long swords, 15 axes, 12 hammers, 7 maces, and 2 flails. 7 full suits of armor for Forge Guardians, and 3 additional suits of armor. If the commandants remark on production rates, kindly remind them that we received 3 different work orders from them. Vassal Master Smith of Durgan's Battery. A note in another hand is written at the bottom. What does Exandru need with so many Forge Guardians? Keep an eye on him. Think you glimpse flickers of movement in the tarnished, clouded mirror. Esteemed Coinmaster Zultan, I write you in anger and bafflement. Have I not been faithful customer to you? Have I not been fair in my dealings? Yet after all the business together, your people turned me away like some filthy beggar. I arrived at the battery a fortnight ago, frost in my beard and not a morsel in my belly. Barely had I untouched the horses, when your Commandant Exandru come to meet me. The priest told me I would be made welcome, but my profane business would not. In short, I would have to leave at first light. My wagon's empty. Certain that this was but a negotiation tactic, I told Exandru that I would of course see him compensated along with you. He left in a huff, and when I presented myself at the door, it was Commandant Maroon, your alms warden, who met me. She told me to leave at once, and that she wouldn't have my coin-grubbing hands tarnishing Durgan's steel. Now I appreciate the forceful bargaining as much as any man of coin, but I was cold, hungry, and put off by their vehemence. So I showed her the letter you had sent inviting me to examine your latest stock of Durgan's steel. Commandant Maroon drove a rapier through the letter and sliced it in two. She then warned me that her blade, a fine weapon indeed, would be the last thing I'd ever laid eyes on if I did not hie back down the mountain at once. Never have I endured such humiliation and expense only to return home empty-handed. I do not understand what has passed between you and your associates, but I urge you to take charge. I fear the other commandants will be your undoing. Indeed, that of all Durgan's Battery, if you do not deal with them swiftly and decisively. Yours, Maestra Aneto of Cesaro.
Yes.
Daily affirmations of focus and efficiency. 1. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself, so long as the soul is dedicated to the task. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your first intentions are pure. 3. All ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft, excel at what you have been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. 4. Each generation must forge its successors. Teach your trade to all who are willing to learn, and doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. 5. All difficulties can be reforged into triumphs. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the ingot of your will, and you will never shatter. 6. Embrace your station. Fulfill your duties with your rank and meddle not in the affairs of your betters. All guilds fail at the weakest link. 7. All loss can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness. So long as you have the tools of your trade, you always will be able to forge wealth anew. 8. Value the works of others, and they will value the works in return. Share the harvest with the hungry, and your tools with the destitute. And 9, all souls can be reforged into whatever we will. Hard work is not exclusive to life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to excellence, and the cycle, and the next.
I shall be discreet. The work of a moment.
Oh yeah. Charge!
What is it? That's it!
Open up with some normie norm.
That's it! What is it?
It's no use. I need something stronger.
How about that?
Yes.
Now we got some motherfucking levels. Oh yeah. Bonus movement. I don't know. I might save it. Really have some good options, I think. I like Bloodthirst. I like Barbaric Retaliation. Every time the barbarian's hit, he's doing damage back. Heart of Fury sounds great. Bloodlust, after he kills a couple enemies, he's got attack speed there. I wonder how good Dragon Leap works. It seems like it'd be fun to use on mages or priest casting spells. I think I'm going to go for Bloodthirst for now. Kill someone, gets to attack again immediately. Seems like a win-win for Lug. And he's always thirsty for blood. Plus 20 accuracy. Immune to frightened and terrified. taking the hit. Friendly aura, 50% of damage taken redirected to the caster is raw damage. It's a modal. After being knocked out, the fighter stands back up with a portion of his or her endurance healed and temporary bonuses to all defenses and damage reduction. We have spells and potions and equipment that does that as well. Studies of fighter aim causing percentage of their grazes to be converted to hits and increasing the minimum damage for melee weapons. Yeah, I like that. We use him for defense, but he needs to be able to kick ass as well.
Well?
Our pally. Commands an ally to summon all their strength in order to temporarily ignore exhausting hostile effects. The effects will resume once liberating expiration ends. Good old haste. Destroy any spirit or summon creature below the paladin's level. That could be awesome too. Sworn enemy. Plus 20 damage and 15 accuracy against marked targets once per encounter. That could be pretty cool. Be great for like mini bosses and shit. And it's once every encounter, which is kind of nice. She's got all these other reinforcement type abilities, which are cool. Adding deflection. Twice per encounter, allied targets gain plus 25 to protection. That might be even better. She can toss those on Eder and Luglug. Gets an unconscious ally back up. That's awesome. Be great for getting our wizards back up. I like the speed one. I like all these exhortations, actually. I'm going to go with the haste. Can drop it on all three of us. Alright, Durance can get damage reduction level 2, which is nice. I think that's what I'm going to stick with for a lot of these guys. Large zone of divine shelter granting allies to a bonus to all defenses. We get a 3rd level spell here. As a mastery. Or go heal. Circle protection is pretty good. Plus 15 to all defenses. I like that one. I think we're going to save up for mechanics. Ooh, getting that level 7 spell. Good old delayed fireball. Throws out a tiny ball of flame that sits for a fixed amount of time before exploding for heavy burn damage. Just probably a good way to start combat. Substantial Phantom is an advanced version of Essential Phantom, creating an independent copy of the wizard that can cast a small set of low-level spells. Holy shit. Due to the advanced nature of the spell, the copy from Substantial Phantom is more durable than Essential. An Aloth duplicate. This spell conjures a powerful quarterstaff that has deflection and pushes enemies away with hobbled effect. Wall of Draining. Enemies passing through or standing in this wall will lose time from any of their timed beneficial status effects. For each second drain, the wizard gains duration on any beneficial status they may have. Steal. 4 seconds. Duration from each beneficial effect of the target. That's interesting. And a spell mastery. Oh man. I have no choice but to go fireball on that. It's my favorite spell of all time. Alright. Got some leveling in there done. That's always fun. Up in Durgan's battery. Shimmering Cloak, plus 10 deflection against range attacks, and grants mirror image. Abilla Sail, you unroll the scroll and see an inventory of weapons and armor, swords, shields, breastplates, and helms. All listed are sold to Lucan of Dunred. The bill is signed Commandant Zoltan, Coin Master of Durgan's Battery. Most of the crates and barrels are empty, and several are overturned. It looks as if they were cleared out in a hurry.
What is it?
He's a traitor to the battery. Nice and quiet.
Heyo. Encased with a thick sheet of ice, this dwarven corpse has been remarkably preserved, though its features are obscured by frost. Clutched in the dwarf's hands is a large cloth-wrapped bundle, perhaps a pack. Hold your torch, use your hammer and chisel, fan of flames. We don't have any of the spells. Barbaric blow. Strike the ice with a barbaric blow. Yeah! With a mighty roar, you strike down on the ice and hear a promising crunch as it fractures. At last, with an alarming crackling sound, the satchel emerges. The contents of the satchel are largely unharmed. You find a handful of stamped coins, some papers, and a scroll, along with a heavy iron key. Further searching uncovers nothing else. The key is important. Don't worry, you'll get your level soon there, Ronstock. Couple thousand XP.
What is it?
The price we had to pay to bring you in late.
She'll bring these walls down around us.
As you wish.
A key. Ah. Whoa! I like the priest in this. They just charge. They got balls. I like a priest with some balls. Oh, got that Master Wizard spell Fireball. Just, you know, throwing it out there to start some shit. You guys think you're tough shit? I'm gonna fuck you up with fireballs all day, every day. Oh shit, people, we have an upgrade to a soulbound weapon. Holy fuck. It's our Paladina feathered sword. Now we need 50 enemies. Or 10 vessels. That doesn't seem too difficult to do. I thought this was going to take a lot longer. But we fucked enough spirits up. So it looks like we got holy power now. +3 might, +7 resolve for 30 seconds. Friendly aura. Holy shit. 25% chance to cast destroys vessel in a hit or a critical. This sword is gonna just fuck vessels up.
Well?
I feel sorry for the undead. Oh shit! No! Lug! Run! Look what you did. You petrified Pelagina.
Yes.
Man, almost would reload.
Yes?
Careful where you go.
I'm ready.
Bring it. We need the blood of vessels.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Not even slowing it down! Let's burn this away!
That's not very helpful.
Sounds like some chanting.
If it makes you rest easier.
We've got to survive, by any means necessary.
We'll have blood in these halls before long.
Hell yeah, we got the guard key.
Of course. He'll regret this.
Nice and quiet.
Dirty traps. Fuck!
Hey. Of course.
Fucking send in Lug. Oh man. Ooh, battered helm. Oh shit, it's part of the magic helm. Garod's helm. As it has twice before, your vision blurs and fades to black. When it returns, you find yourself on your knees, a shattered sword in your hand, and a broken, battered helm in front of you. Your helm. You can feel blood pouring down the side of your face, and you know for certain that you will never see out of your left eye again. Arrayed around you in a circle are other warriors, some from your tribe, the rest from an enemy tribe. They watch the combat in silence. You're gonna die, old man. Your opponent is brash but young and strong. You still think single combat was a good idea? You do. Last winter's famine took a heavy toll on your tribe, and your warriors were in no shape to fend off an all-out attack from its enemies. Single combat was your tribe's only hope, but not if you lose. Once again, the world stops, the memory trail awaiting your guidance. You force yourself to get to your feet and toss away your broken blade. Summoning the last reserves of your energy, you charge your opponent. He's ready for you, his blade bites deep into your side, a mortal blow. He laughs, but the last laugh is yours. You are older and you are slower, but you are still strong. You seize the warrior's head, and with a roar of triumph, snap his neck and drop his corpse into the mud. You remain standing, sheer willpower keeping you up until you're certain that you are the undisputed winner of combat. It's not until the last of the enemy warriors have left your village that you allow yourself to collapse. The last thing you ever remember is the hands of your people reaching out to catch you. Yes, it's all coming back, my sister, my reign, my end. Oh, Geralt looks at his own spectral form with a sad surprise in his eyes, watching it begin to fade. But I've only just seen it. There's been so little time to know what to make of it all. So am I going to get anything out of this, or? He sighs. The wheel has no patience, it seems. I entrust my helm to your care. Okay. Sai, we're gonna need a new helm. You have gained Gorod's chorus. Farewell, my friend. Task completed. Oh, it's the same bull helm. Maybe we can get Sai to put a little extra flumph on it. +3 might, plus and retaliation. This helm once belonged to Garrod, a long-dead tribal chieftain. For some reason, his soul never returned to the wheel, lingering until he had forgotten much of his own history. Fortunately, you came along and helped him remember. Come on, a +3 might helmet? It's got retaliation built into it. I mean, don't get me wrong. +3 might for +20 seconds per kill. This would probably be a good one to give to Eder. I think bringing the Berserker Horned Helm back to Lug-Lug is important. Fucks up intellect and resolve. Yeah, I don't know. This is a pretty awesome helm. She can't wear helms. Maybe our priest will use it. He doesn't need stealth or perception. Guess the defensive portions of it might be better. Now I'm in a quandary. This doesn't change right away, does it? 14. Fuck. Look like maxed on strength. He's at might 24. Go to put this on might 24. Yeah. Okay. That changes things. Luglug's maxed on might. I guess you can't go above 24. I mean, you can see it right here. 24. 24. So this helmet is cool, but it's useless besides the retaliation. We want to give it to someone that doesn't have 24 strength. This is +2. This is also not going to help. Helps Eddard. The defense against being hobbled, stuck, paralyzed, and all that. Shit, I might as well just leave this on Luglug. Although, he won't get that 20 or go above 24 when he kicks in this kill deal. We need to go with other helms. That helm's not even that great. Not at this point. It would have been good for Luglug if his strength wasn't fucking maxed. Yeah. Or maybe it's not maxed. Maybe it's like D&D where you can't have... It takes the highest of all the... That's probably what it is. I'm just an idiot. It's only going to take might from the highest of magical items. You can't stack them. So those gauntlets of might aren't going to help. No, sir. Need to spread out the shit, in other words. So, here's another test. 2 might. 2 might. So he shouldn't lose anything. And he doesn't. So yeah, it's taking the highest bonus. So 2 might and 1 constitution is doing nothing. So he's 18-18, taking these off. He's still 18-18. How come you guys didn't tell me I was fucking this up? Jesus. Good old Baldur's Gate rules. I should have known. So what else do we have? Oh, we got these crazy ones. Those are worth using. Those suck. I'll go with these for now. Fuck. We got redundant armor going. That's not good. What's even worse is I'm just now figuring it out. I don't know why I assumed that shit stacked. This belt etched with crusting waves carries a powerful enchantment which allows the wearer to send out a burst of arcane force in a circle around themselves. The burst hit foes like a crashing wave. That's cool. Yep. Badgrad's Barricade. A medium shield, 12 deflection, 4 accuracy. I mean, we only have one shield wielder. Make that 2. Here you go. I'm sure it's better. Durance can use it. Rest of Tattered Veils. This heater shield bears the black wolf of the Badgrad line, as well as the personal sigil of the shield's last bearer, Metkrone Badgrad. A renowned fighter, Metkrone had a reputation for practicality and ingenuity, and in his hands his shield was as much a weapon as his blade. Metkrone had a particular fondness for taking on spellcasters, for his shield could reflect his foes' own arrows or spells against them, and a blow to the face from the barricade was usually enough to put an end to the further casting. While their Ungard cousins were on rule in the Coldwater region, the Badgards did not survive the War of Defiance. Macron himself perished in the Battle of Defiance Bay, and his shield passed into the hands of a series of noble masters before slipping from common recollection. I think Eddar's is... yeah, better for Eddar. Vote for Eddar, better for Eddar. Eddar 2020.
Well?
Well, let's go check out this other room here. So I'll sneak in and be very quiet.
How long before the Commandants come to blows?
Did you see the look in Maroon's eye? Exandro had better watch his back.
Here you go, Lug Lug. Frenzy from the fucking forefront. Holy shit. Someone's summoning ghouls now.
As you wish.
The little searchables is... shit's awesome. Plus 10 melee damage. See, now we're talking. Nah. I'm much more interested in doing damage, although those gloves are nice. But 10% melee damage isn't going to be huge either. Constitution or Resolve. Let's make sure she's not... okay, so there's +1 Constitution there. +2 Constitution. And +3. Look at all this redundancy. Alright, that means these boots do shit. We gotta get this fixed up. Boots do shit. Still has 16 Constitution. These gloves do shit for Constitution, so if we take these off, still 16 Constitution. And that's because she has the girdle. This does, however, give her Resolve. The boots are straight worthless. I mean, shit like this is even better, because at least it does something. So those will work. So these boots stuck, paralyzed, and hobble versus these. Both are worth 110. Or we could get some endurance. Plus 15 max endurance. It's not bad either. Sturdy. Speed. Not shit. Anyways. Trying to tidy up this video. I'm doing a lot of micromanaging, which unfortunately is going to be required now that I need to make sure we don't have those redundancies.
Zoltan's the only one with sense. Anyone who says otherwise is a fool.
That cheat sold our steel and kept the coin himself.
Maroon! She won't rest until our corpses decorate the halls.
A bronze statue of Abaddon stands over incense ash and rusted metal tokens. As you approach the doorway, a wave of essence ripples through the air. The ancient stones grind and groan around you, and a woman's voice echoes from the hall.
Stop right there. You must be some merchant come to speak with Zoltan.
There's a pause in which the woman's wrathful essence gathers like a storm cloud on the other side of the door. The entire room creaks from pressure of her presence. Who's Zoltan? Another door?
Our illustrious coin master may let you plunder our armory, but I've got other ideas for dealing with your lot.
Her voice is sharp and loud like the slamming of a door. As the words echoed in the chamber, the ghost startled and flinched, glancing about in agitation.
Turn and go before I show you how an arms warden deals with trespassers.
Got that resolved, though. A group called the Leading Key is sinking something here. The ghosts stir, looking around and shivering. Their eyes widen and glow as they light on you, as if they're noticing you for the first time. Just as quickly, they gaze away and seem to forget you once more, but now they seem alert, wary.
Whoever you're searching for, I haven't seen them. And none get past me. Leave our halls. Go back to whatever land you hail from.
This Leading Key group is buying weapons from Zoltan. He snuck them in thinking you wouldn't find out.
That's just like him, that two-faced weasel. So you say you'll stop this leaden key, is that it?
A gust of air sighs across your feet.
You may pass, but don't make me regret this. I'll be watching you.
Poofaloof, bitch! Alright, folks, that wraps it up for this episode. Stay tuned for more Pillars of Eternity.